a very dense and massive cloud of gas and dust that is pushed away from the sun.
Are aliens real?
You don't talk about aliens.
I don't.
Much.
I'm not a big alien person. I got enough things going with.
Here they come.
3.
What's going on? Social media in America is buzzing over a video that caught a strange object moving across the night sky. And that object is the 3I Atlas ship, a huge, weird spaceship that's been drifting out in space for days now, and it looks like it picked the United States as its first stop. I keep wondering, why did it choose our Earth to land on? And especially, why America? Could it be that it's not coming alone, but bringing some big mission and message with it? And right now, today, we're bringing you a strange event that just happened in the US. The cool part is, it's not fuzzy like before. No more blurry videos that get deleted all mysterious, but a real thing, recognized by scientists and shared openly with the whole world. And best of all, it carries a message that might touch us deep down. Has God really come back? After all these weird sky events, instead of staying vague and hard to figure out, could it be that this time, God chose to show up in person among us? What do you think? Or is there something even deeper behind it all? A meaning maybe only you can find the true answer to. Watch to the end of the video and let us know. What is that object really? And has God truly returned? Now, let's dive in together and explore the 3I Atlas ship and its mission through the prophecies in the Bible. Before we dig into what's really going on with the 3I Atlas ship, here's a shocker for you. A weird coincidence between Trump getting back in office and over 3,000 UFO reports popping up in the American sky. Trump's vague, hint-dropping style has folks convinced he knows something big, and he's just waiting for the right moment to spill it. The minute 3I Atlas started twinkling over the US. At the end of October 2025, curious eyes weren't just on the sky. They were glued to a string of wild political events. Plenty of people got chills over the odd timing, wondering if this was some cosmic sign pointing to Donald Trump's return as the chosen one to finally reveal truths mankind's been in the dark about. This thing's appearance doesn't feel like plain old astronomy. It carries a mysterious message that makes anyone watching stop and think. Right when 3I Atlas twinkled into view over the US, in late October 2025, curious eyes weren't just on the sky. They were tracking a chain of political happenings like never before. Lots of folks shivered at the strange overlap, asking themselves if this could be a signal from the universe aimed at Trump's comeback as the guy picked to uncover secrets humanity's missed all along. The object showing up seems less like a simple sky event and more like it's packing a hidden note that forces whoever's paying attention to ponder. Trump's landslide win over Kamala Harris on the 5th of November 2024 gave him a shot at dusty UFO files locked away for decades. In his October 2024 chat with Joe Rogan, he let slip, "I know some things, but I can't tell it all. We'll see." Those words took on a spooky ring once 3I Atlas slid across the sky. And with a second term in his pocket, Trump now has the keys to AARO's records, the Pentagon's UFO outfit that holds info on strange objects the government won't share. UFO experts like Nick Pope, a former British investigator, figure Trump will make history by releasing sharper videos of odd craft, maybe even underwater tracking data. Could 3I Atlas be an alien probe waiting for a leader brave enough to face the truth? These guesses just crank up the mystery, weaving a never-before-seen veil between science, politics, and the supernatural. It doesn't stop there. A record UFO wave hit American skies in the first half of 2025. Over 3,000 reports rolled in, way up from 1,492 the same time in 2024. Sightings piled up in California, Florida, and Texas, shapes from metal spheres to silent black triangles. NASA put out the numbers but offered no explanation, and the U.S. government stayed mum when the press asked questions. The Pentagon's November 2024 report added 757 new cases from 2023 to 2024, most still unexplained. Researchers tried science-based guesses, but couldn't wrap it up neatly. That leaves a thick fog of mystery, making folks wonder if this is just nature or a big message waiting to be cracked. Pictures of strange objects popping up together while Trump geared up to take office again stirred the global UFO crowd. Videos blew up on YouTube and TikTok, with witnesses describing craft flying off normal paths, flashing bright lights, even dropping small probes. Details like that have people asking, are they watching, warning, or testing us? From a Bible angle, 3I, Atlas, and thousands of UFOs aren't random. Revelation 1-7 says, "Behold, he comes with clouds, and every eye will see him." The object's sudden sparkle over U.S. skies echoes sky signs the Bible predicted thousands of years ago. Maybe what science can't figure out has been clear in prophecy all along. Ezekiel 1-4-28 describes flying wheels and mysterious sky objects, much like the mothership UFOs we're seeing now. You can spot a common thread tying faith, politics, and cosmic events. The overlap of 3I, Atlas, thousands of UFO reports, and Trump's return has many believing it's no accident. It's a reminder of an era about to dawn. While NASA shares counts and the government stays quiet, science keeps trying to explain. Some astronomers say 3I, Atlas, is the third interstellar object found after Oumuamua and Borisov. But its odd speed and path make a scientific answer tough. It didn't melt near the sun and sent out strange signal pulses. It doesn't seem to belong in our solar system. These facts puzzle scientists and remind Bible readers of signs before Judgment Day. Matthew 24-30 says, "Then the sign of the Son of Man will appear in heaven." Could 3I, Atlas, and the huge UFO wave be warnings of the last days the Bible talked about? From reports and witness videos to AARO data, it all paints a picture never seen before linking the universe, politics, and faith. Strange objects showing up right as Trump returns doesn't feel like chance. It's like a coded note only the sharp-eyed can sense. In my view, this whole chain of events isn't just science. It's a prophetic message. Every twinkle, every logged UFO feels like a nudge about a power beyond human limits. I believe it's a sign the Lord has come back to us. What do you think? Do you agree with me? The mix of politics and UFOs creates a thrill that's equal parts exciting and amazing. It's no fluke that thousands of objects appeared right after Trump took office. With the government silent, science short on full answers, and the world watching every move these things make, it all builds a thrilling veil of mystery. As reports keep climbing, from metal spheres to black triangles, a steady, matching pattern shows up, like something's being arranged. Science tries to pin down paths, speeds, signals, but can't give a complete answer. Unease and curiosity spread through the global UFO community. The neat part is, from a Bible view, these aren't just physical events. They carry a holy side. Prophecies from Revelation to Ezekiel describe sky signs, twinkling lights, weird flying objects, supernatural happenings that 3I, Atlas, and thousands of UFOs mirror in a striking way. You can see 3I, Atlas, isn't just a comet or interstellar rock. It's a symbol of things still hidden. Showing up on cue with Trump's return calls to mind Bible-predicted scenes, making folks think hard about ties between faith, the cosmos, and politics. Scientists like Harvard's Avi Loeb admit the signals and path of 3I, Atlas raise thoughts of alien tech, but they also say no final answer yet. That very mystery builds a buzz, scary yet fun, that has the whole world glued to every second of the object. As Trump takes power, access to UFO files becomes the focus, spotlighting the link between politics and space. Analysts notice many objects appearing at once, hinting at a big event, maybe a message humanity hasn't cracked yet. From a Bible standpoint, this is the moment to spot signs we might have missed before. Revelation and Matthew foretold sky omens, and 3I Atlas plus the UFO surge seem to connect those prophecies to today's reality, creating a one-of-a-kind moment in human history. All in all, from the 3I Atlas event and massive UFO wave to Trump's return and ancient prophecies, it forms a captivating, mysterious picture, thrilling, yet full of challenges for science and faith. This isn't just astronomy or politics. It's the moment we look up at the sky and wonder where we fit in the vast universe. Now then, let's take a good look together. What exactly is this 3I Atlas thing? Where did it come from? And why show up right now when the whole world's in a mess? Maybe to figure out the message it's bringing, we ought to start from the very first moment folks spotted it. Late October 2025. Thousands of regular people across the western states, from California clear to Nevada, all caught the same odd thing drifting slowly across the night sky on their phones. It didn't glow bright like a comet. It gave off this cold silver light, twisting like the breath of the universe itself. Some folks said it looked just like a mothership from those sci-fi movies. Experts later pinned it as 3I Atlas, the third interstellar object humans ever found, after Oumuamua and Borisov. But what threw them for a loop? It didn't move like any comet they'd seen before, hitting speeds up to 130,000 miles an hour. 3I Atlas shot through space, sending out strange pulses, steady beats like a heartbeat, or maybe a code from way out there somewhere. From the Atlas telescope data, it started as just a tiny bright dot out past the Pacific. But the closer it got to the sun, the clearer it became, changing shape all the time, sometimes stretching long like a pillar, other times spreading into a huge disk. Astronomers described it. No comet tail, no ice dust, doesn't melt even near the hot zones. So, what in the world is it made of? Some scientists at Harvard, including Professor Avi Loeb, say the makeup of 3I Atlas doesn't match any stuff in our solar system. A few even dared to say this could be alien tech. Can you believe it? Something that doesn't melt, doesn't evaporate, no natural signs, but putting out steady signals like a hello from Smart Life? Lots of people watching the videos pointed out creepy details, little lights breaking off the main body and moving on their own, like dropping scout probes into Earth's air. Some YouTube channels call them probes, baby ships from the mother. A few even heard low-frequency sounds in the clips, lasting exactly 7 seconds, matching those Bible parts about the 7 last trumpets. I wouldn't swear to any of it. But you see, all these coincidences give you the chills. A giant object shows up over the U.S. skies, the power center of the world, right when folks are most worried. Is it just a chance or a message from above? Big news outlets like The Guardian and Earth Sky jumped on the story fast. But oddly, the U.S. government stayed quiet. No statements, no confirmations, no denials. Everything is wrapped in thick silence. And that silence itself makes people think something's being hidden. On international forums, folks started arguing. Some say 3I Atlas is a messenger, a guiding star, getting ready for a big event coming. Others believe it's the fiery wheel the prophet Ezekiel saw in his vision, the first sign of the Son of Man appearing in the clouds. In my view, maybe 3I Atlas isn't just some lost chunk of space rock. It feels like a door opening between heaven and earth, where Bible prophecies are starting to look real. Each beat of that signal, like reminding us time's running short. Could it be we're seeing the warm-up for the great return the Bible talked about thousands of years ago? What do you think? If something huge like this could pick where to show, does it landing right over U.S. skies, the center of the modern world, seem random? Or is it a sign for a new era, where the sky isn't just something we look up at, but where heaven's opening its gates? Now, with everyone staring up, one question sticks in my mind, and probably yours too. What really is 3I Atlas? An object from way out in space, or a wake-up call from the Creator that his time is getting close? So, what is it really? An alien spaceship? A huge meteor drifting lost in space? Or maybe a sign from God? Are you ready to dive in with me and look at what scientists are saying about this thing? The government's staying quiet, and NASA's just putting out these vague statements. Right away, scientists had to admit that 3I Atlas is real. It's been spotted by top telescopes all over the world. No more blurry videos or internet rumors. Its existence shocked astronomers because the data doesn't match anything we've ever seen in our solar system. This thing isn't just moving super fast. It's got a weird path that doesn't fit any physics model we have. Scientists say they can't fully explain where it came from or how it moves. The strangest part? It didn't melt when it got close to the sun. No ice dust. No natural comet tail. The light coming from it is cold but super clear. Everyone who sees it feels this mysterious pull. It's like this object isn't just stuff. It's carrying some message, or maybe even awareness. Strange radio signals come out in steady beats, like a heartbeat or some secret code, that made Harvard astronomers, including Professor Avi Loeb, wonder if there's smart intelligence behind it. A lot of ideas say this could be alien tech, something smarter than anything humans have dreamed up. It's not just official science. Social media and YouTube are full of videos titled things like Massive UFO, Mothership, Bigger than 3I Atlas. They show the object releasing small probes that fly around like they're scouting Earth. The little probes sparkle, but move in ways that are hard to explain. It feels like there's a plan going on. The probes seem to move on their own but follow some hidden order. People compare them to Bible descriptions of wheels of fire or motherships in ancient visions. That makes folks think 3I Atlas isn't just a physical thing, it's a sign, a message from above. Another big question: is 3I Atlas dangerous to Earth? Scientists say there's no direct threat, but its speed, size, and odd shape still leave millions holding their breath, watching every move. Hearts hang in the air with it. The steady signals plus the weird path mean science can't give a clear answer. NASA puts out fuzzy statements. The US government says nothing at all. It all builds a thick mystery that makes anyone following it feel excited and a little scared. In my view, 3I Atlas seems like more than just a star object. It's like a door opening between heaven and earth, where Bible prophecies start to look real. Every signal pulse, every little probe move feels like a reminder that time to get ready is running short. If you look close, you'll see amazing matches with descriptions in Matthew 24 and Revelation. Prophets talked about signs in the sky before Judgment Day. Now 3I Atlas shows up over America, the world's power center, like a clear but mysterious message to mankind. Every detail, the speed, light, path, radio signals, little flying probes, makes a picture science alone can't explain. It feels like this thing is watching us. Every move means something. It makes you think this could be a sign getting ready for the Son of Man to return in the clouds. Nobody can deny how gripping this mystery is. Real science data, strange visuals, and unsolved signals create an info maze. The more you try to figure it out, the more overwhelmed you get. No theory feels complete, but you can't look away. You'll feel the urgency, the thrill, like it's flying right over your head. Every detail matters. Every move counts. Flashing lights, probes moving, steady beats. It all builds a breathless feeling. What's going on? Social media in America is buzzing over a video that caught a strange object moving across the night sky. And that object is the 3I Atlas ship, a huge, weird spaceship that's been drifting out in space for days now, and it looks like it picked the United States as its first stop. I keep wondering, why did it choose our Earth to land on? And especially, why America? Could it be that it's not coming alone, but bringing some big mission and message with it? And right now, today, we're bringing you a strange event that just happened in the US. The cool part is, it's not fuzzy like before. No more blurry videos that get deleted all mysterious, but a real thing, recognized by scientists and shared openly with the whole world. And best of all, it carries a message that might touch us deep down. Has God really come back? After all these weird sky events, instead of staying vague and hard to figure out, could it be that this time, God chose to show up in person among us? What do you think? Or is there something even deeper behind it all? A meaning maybe only you can find the true answer to. Watch to the end of the video and let us know. What is that object really? And has God truly returned? Now, let's dive in together and explore the 3I Atlas ship and its mission through the prophecies in the Bible. Before we dig into what's really going on with the 3I Atlas ship, here's a shocker for you. A weird coincidence between Trump getting back in office and over 3,000 UFO reports popping up in the American sky. Trump's vague, hint-dropping style has folks convinced he knows something big, and he's just waiting for the right moment to spill it. The minute 3I Atlas started twinkling over the U.S. At the end of October 2025, curious eyes weren't just on the sky. They were glued to a string of wild political events. Plenty of people got chills over the odd timing, wondering if this was some cosmic sign pointing to Donald Trump's return as the chosen one to finally reveal truths mankind's been in the dark about. This thing's appearance doesn't feel like plain old astronomy. It carries a mysterious message that makes anyone watching stop and think. Right when 3I Atlas twinkled into view over the U.S. in late October 2025, curious eyes weren't just on the sky. They were tracking a chain of political happenings like never before. Lots of folks shivered at the strange overlap, asking themselves if this could be a signal from the universe aimed at Trump's comeback as the guy picked to uncover secrets humanity's missed all along. The object showing up seems less like a simple sky event and more like it's packing a hidden note that forces whoever's paying attention to ponder. Trump's landslide win over Kamala Harris on the 5th of November 2024 gave him a shot at dusty UFO files locked away for decades. In his October 2024 chat with Joe Rogan, he let slip, "I know some things, but I can't tell it all. We'll see." Those words took on a spooky ring once 3I
واحدة 30 الشهر.
The holy Euphrates River has run dry, and the sacred water no longer marks the coming of the Antichrist. Is this the end for mankind? The Euphrates, the lifeline for millions in Iraq, is drying up badly. Thousands of acres of land are cracked open, fish are dying all over the river, fields are burned dry, and farmers are losing their crops. This isn't some made-up story. It's happening right now. But the scary part doesn't stop there. As the water pulls back, creepy things under the riverbed are showing up. Chunks of gold suddenly shining and covering the bottom like a golden carpet. Strange deep caves popping out of the cracked river floor. And low, mysterious rumbling sounds coming up from the ground. This isn't just nature. It's a sign many believe is paving the way for the Antichrist, the one who'll show up and drag the world into a time of great trouble. I believe one thing. You, me, and all of humanity don't have much time left before we step into a chaotic period that the Lord tried to warn us about thousands of years ago. Every drop of water that disappears is a chilling warning. What's waiting for us ahead? This moment isn't far off to ignore. Whether it's the Antichrist or whatever force is behind it, one thing's for sure, the world is changing faster than we think. Who's awake enough to spot the signs and act before it's too late? But here's something I'm certain of. You and I are lucky to still be clear-headed enough to put our faith in the Lord. So it's no accident that He's giving us the chance to learn about and recognize this warning. Don't miss a single sign, because maybe the Lord is trying to warn the people He's chosen so they'll stay safe until He comes back. And to kick off this journey, you and I are going to look together at what's really happening with the Euphrates River right now. The Euphrates is slowly dying. Every day, the water level drops almost 2%, which means millions of cubic meters of water just vanish from the riverbed. Measuring stations in Iraq are seeing record lows. Whole sections of the river are cracking open, showing dry ground that's been buried for thousands of years. This isn't just some normal environmental change. It's a clear warning, and it's ringing out right where the Bible called it God's great river. According to Reuters, Al Jazeera, and Iraqi News, since early 2024, the flow through the Euphrates has dropped over 27% compared to last century's average. In August 2025, Iraq's Water Resources Ministry said 2025 is the worst drought year since 1933. More than 7 big dams from Turkey and Iran are holding back most of the upstream water, turning what used to be a mighty river into just a thin, murky, trickling strip. Online videos are spreading from towns like Rawa and Haditha, places where kids used to swim at the water's edge. Now it's just cracked mud slabs and dead fish baking in the sun. Do you think it's just a natural cycle? No. Climate experts have measured it. Rainfall down 50%, average temps up nearly 3 degrees Celsius in less than a decade. And like an invisible spiral, water evaporates, soil dies, and life itself leaves the area. From 2022 to 2025, over 1,200 families had to leave their homes along the Euphrates banks. 2,000 buffalo died of thirst, farmland abandoned. Diseases spreading because salty water from the Persian Gulf is pushing back in. The ancient irrigation systems that fed the Babylon civilization are collapsing right in front of us. And the big question comes up. Is this just a natural disaster, or a prophecy waking up after thousands of years? Science explains the causes. Climate change, upstream dams. No agreements on sharing water, but there's something science can't explain. Why the Euphrates? Why right now, the river the Bible described is drying up, just like the words written in Revelation. The great river Euphrates dried up to prepare the way for the kings from the east. Revelation 16:12. That's not a metaphor. It's a clear prophecy, and it's happening. As the water pulls back, the riverbed is exposing ancient ruins, tunnels, structures buried that archaeologists have never seen. Local media report people hearing strange sounds from the river bottom, rumbling like wind, like drums deep in the earth. Some churches in Mosul call it the echo of the apocalypse. Folks are scared, while the government just says it's geological resonance. But you and I know, some things go beyond geology. The prophet Daniel said that when the final kingdom of the world gets close, many will rush here and there, and knowledge will increase. Daniel 12:4. The world today is exactly that. Migration, crises, tech exploding, but faith is fading. Meanwhile, a new order is being prepared. And the Euphrates, once the border of empires, is now the line between the Bible and reality. Religious scholars warn, the drying of the Euphrates isn't just a natural sign. It's the first step in a chain of events leading to the Antichrist, the one who'll rise in the crisis, under the name of peace, but really, darkness hidden in light. We're living in a time when prophecy isn't just in books. It's playing out in the daily news. Can you feel it? Every satellite photo of the dried-up Euphrates isn't just a sight. It's a map of time, getting closer to the point of no return. Scientists predict that without global action, the Euphrates will be completely dry by 2040. But for people of faith, the bigger question is, will humanity change in time before the final prophesied thing happens? Look around. From the Middle East to Europe, water conflicts are heating up, religions dividing, politics unstable. The world is slowly forming a unified system, with promises of peace, order, and global salvation. But who'll be in charge of that system? Who'll control faith, economy, and people's souls? That's the Antichrist, not a myth, not a ghost, but a real person being prepared in the shadows, waiting for the world to fall into chaos, to show up as the savior everyone wants. And the Euphrates, where civilization started, is now the symbol of the end. The sacred riverbed lies bare, cracked and alone under the sun, showing secrets hidden for thousands of years. Sparkling gold ore covering the whole river bottom, strange deep caves suddenly found, and mysterious loud sounds echoing from underground. All these things are no longer just stories passed around. Now they're captured clearly in real videos and photos. And right at this moment, you'll see the many secrets the Euphrates River tried to keep hidden for thousands of years. Are you ready? First sign, sparkling gold ore showing up. Gold mountain of the end times? As the red sun sets over the cracked Euphrates riverbed, light bounces off shiny specks and makes the whole area glow. Local folks panic when they see those bright streaks aren't regular rocks. They're pure gold metal coming out of the dried mud. Word spreads fast. Hundreds rush in with shovels, picks, even metal detectors, hoping to strike it rich from the gold mountain the river kept secret for thousands of years. Videos of crowds camping by the bank, digging in the red sunset, blow up online. On YouTube, TikTok, and X, Euphrates Gold Mountain goes viral. People talk, share, even argue hard. Could this be a sign of the end? Geologists try to calm the excitement. They say most of that metal is just pyrite, fool's gold. But tests show traces of real gold, maybe from the Taurus Mountains. Whatever science says, the gold mountain picture sticks in millions of minds. Deep down, everyone feels it. That shine isn't just metal, it's a warning. In Sahih Muslim Hadith, Prophet Muhammad said, "The hour will not come until the Euphrates dries up, revealing a mountain of gold, and people will fight over it, and 99 out of 100 will die." Those words echo in the 21st century as the holy river dries day by day, and those gold lights drive people into blind fighting. The Bible also warns about Babylon's fall, where gold, silver, and jewels get swallowed with the world's sins. Revelation 18:12. Could today's gold mountain be a mirror of human greed? The very thing the Antichrist will use to tempt, trick, and split people in the last days? In that ruined scene, the shining gold isn't a sign of wealth anymore. It's a wake-up call. The Euphrates seems to speak, telling us that when people bow to gold and silver, they turn away from the true light from heaven. And that, maybe, is when the end times really start. Second sign, cave structures under the riverbed. Prison for chained angels? Nobody expected that when the Euphrates dried up, what showed up under the mud would scare the whole world. Deep, twisting cracks appeared, leading to mysterious caves under the river, places the sun never reaches. An archaeology team went in and recorded sounds echoing from inside, whistling like wind, but long and strange, sounding like crying. In the darkness, they found walls covered in green moss, carved with ancient symbols, and the scariest part, rusty chain marks stuck deep in the rock. Those pictures spread fast on TikTok and X with captions, "Not fake," thousands commented. Some dead sure this was the prison of the fallen angels mentioned in the Bible. Some videos of the area around the caves showed birds staying far away and metal clanging sounds at night nobody knows where from. People who got close said they felt a cold energy that gives you chills, like something's locked up down there. Experts from Smithsonian and NPR say it's just karst formations, natural limestone shapes made by erosion over thousands of years. But is it really just natural? When photos of iron chains and arched doorways showed up, scientists couldn't deny the creepy match with Revelation 9:14-15. Release the 4 angels who are bound at the great river Euphrates. They were kept ready for this very hour and day, month and year, to kill a third of mankind. Is this just a legend? Or are angels locked up since ancient times, really waiting to be set free, right at the hour the Bible set? It's even scarier because other signs, wars, diseases, and chaos everywhere are happening at the same time, like everything's heading to a moment planned long ago. Some pastors warn these things could be signs of the Antichrist, the one who'll use this fear to call himself Savior when everything falls apart. But the Bible says clear in 2 Thessalonians 2:9-10. The coming of the lawless one will be in accordance with how Satan works. He will use all sorts of displays of power through signs and wonders that serve the lie. Maybe those caves are just rock, but maybe they're doors to another world where darkness is waiting to get out. The Euphrates isn't just running dry. It's starting to show end-time secrets, reminding us not all light underground comes from heaven. And when the last chain breaks, will the world have time left to get on its knees and repent? What do you think those things really are? And where do they come from? Last sign, weird sounds under the riverbed, cries from the devil. It all started with a blurry video shot on the dry banks of the Euphrates. In the dead quiet of night, a creepy noise rings out, a mix of howling wind, metal scraping, and screams like they're coming from the depths of hell. The guy filming shakes and says, "You hear that? It's not the wind." And from that second on, the world isn't quiet anymore. Since 2022, tons of videos have popped up on YouTube and X with titles like "Strange Sounds from the Euphrates River" or "The Trumpets of Hell." Some folks say it sounds like trumpets echoing from deep underground. Others swear it's the moans of trapped souls. The big one, posted by Awesome God Newell, shows the river cracking open, the noise roaring out like a wild beast mixed with weird whispers. In the comments, thousands say they keep replaying it and still get goosebumps. On Reddit, people in Iraq say that when night falls, long howls come from the cracks along the banks, lasting until dawn. One guy wrote, "I hear them calling someone's name, like they're waiting to be let out." On X, Studio in Session says, "This ain't natural. It's a warning. Science has ideas. Small earthquakes, air moving through limestone caves, or echoes from underground. But no explanation wipes away the feeling that something's waking up." When you compare it to the Bible, a lot of believers get chills from the scary match. In Revelation 9:13-14, it says, "The sixth trumpet sounded, and I heard a voice from the four horns of the golden altar before God, telling the sixth angel, 'Release the four angels bound at the great river Euphrates.'" Then in Revelation 16:12, the prophecy goes on. "The sixth angel poured out his bowl on the great river Euphrates, and its water dried up to prepare the way for the kings from the east." Those trumpets, are they a warning from heaven? Or the groans of darkness about to be set free? With the world in chaos, wars, plagues, disasters, could that be the footsteps of the Antichrist, getting closer every day? What do you think that sound really is? When a river once called the lifeline of human civilization starts to cry out, is heaven trying to tell us judgment is near? The Euphrates isn't just drying up, it's talking to mankind in a language only the awake can understand. These things aren't just science facts anymore. They've turned into signs that make millions around the world drop to their knees in prayer, especially when they line up with the red-hot politics in the Middle East. So, the reason the Euphrates River is drying up so fast, with all these strange things popping up one after another, has scientists scratching their heads, trying to find a good explanation. But those answers are just little pieces of a much bigger picture. Can you believe it? Way back in an old book, these events were predicted thousands of years ago. God left all the answers, clear as day for every sign, a long time ago. And now, let's look at it all through a different lens. God's point of view? You see, the Euphrates water is dropping at a scary speed, uncovering secrets the river kept hidden for thousands of years. Deep, dark caves, shiny metal bits on the bottom, and weird sounds, all right there in front of us. But this isn't just about a river running dry. According to Revelation 16, This is a living sign of the end times. Revelation 16 talks about God's 7 bowls of wrath, the final disasters before Jesus comes back. The 6th bowl stands out. The Euphrates River dried up to prepare the way for the kings from the east. That means a huge army, maybe 200 million soldiers. Like Revelation 9:16 says, will march toward Armageddon. Pretty scary, huh? The path is being cleared, and we're watching it happen right now. The Euphrates isn't just any river. It was the border of the Promised Land, Genesis 15:18, where angels are chained, Revelation 9:14, and a symbol of judgment, Jeremiah 50:38. As the water pulls back, it opens up another world, one where mysterious, even frightening things suddenly become real. Deep caves, golden glints from ore, and echoes under the riverbed, like cries from secrets buried for thousands of years. Looking at what's happening now, the matchup is chilling. Those kings from the east, the prophecy mentions, China, Russia, India, are teaming up tighter than ever. They're boosting trade, military ties, and pushing against the world order. It's no coincidence the Euphrates is drying at this exact time. It feels like a warning of the Antichrist, a leader who'll use money and power to fool the whole world, leading everyone into the final war. Remember the odd stuff we've seen on the riverbed? Shiny gold ore, spread on YouTube as End Times Mountains of Gold, drawing crowds to dig and fight over it. In a saying from the Prophet Muhammad, the hour won't come until the Euphrates dries up, revealing a mountain of gold, and people will fight for it until 99 out of 100 die. Science says it's just pyrite, but that glittering image has become a symbol of the temptation the Antichrist will use to trick the world, just like the Bible warns about rich Babylon falling. Revelation 18:12. The caves and underground structures can't be ignored either. As water drops, narrow entrances to the earth open up. Some are 3,400-year-old cities in Anbar, Iraq. Others look like prisons with chain marks, reminding believers of Revelation 9:14-15. Release the 4 angels bound at the great river Euphrates, prepared for the hour, day, month, and year to kill a third of mankind. Science calls them natural karst formations, but those deep caves feel like gates to a sealed world, ready to unleash dark forces. And the strange sounds from the riverbed, roars, growls, or trumpet-like blasts from hell, make the fear worse. YouTube and X videos of these noises have millions of views. Locals report odd rumbles from cracks, tying right into Revelation 16:12, sounds from the bowl of wrath. Science blames wind or small quakes, but for believers, it's the chained angels about to be freed, signaling the Antichrist and Armageddon. Put it all together: low water, gold ore, mystery caves, weird sounds, and tense world politics, and the full picture comes clear. This isn't random. It's a living warning from God, telling us the end is near. The Antichrist will show up, dragging humanity into chaos, deceiving with power, money, and fear. Christians are watching closely, tracking every detail. On X Twitter, folks split into camps. One says it's God's signs. The other sees warnings of the Antichrist. But no matter the view, the Euphrates drying is undeniable. Thousands of years ago, prophets spoke of this. Now we see it with our own eyes. The message from all this is plain. God wants to warn us. He's opening our eyes to the signs, to see dark powers rising and testing our faith. It's a reminder nothing's by chance. Every event, every change fits his plan. When the Antichrist comes, it'll all make sense. Power, wealth, and lies waiting to control the world. For those of us still awake and listening, this is our chance to see, prepare our hearts, and put faith in the right place. Every cave, every sound, every gold glint, it's a lesson, a direct warning from God. It says time's running short, and we can't ignore any sign. Look at what's going on. Euphrates drying, gold shining, caves opening, strange sounds rising. all matching Revelation's words. This isn't make-believe. It's real, happening now. God's reaching out with warnings, and the Antichrist will come to fool the world. But we can spot it ahead if we pay attention. So, what's the big takeaway from all these events? God wants us awake, watching, and ready. The signs on the Euphrates bottom aren't just curiosities. They're lessons to recognize the end times, to understand the power and temptations the Antichrist will bring. Everything's connecting, and we're the lucky ones, still clear-headed enough to see it and trust him. Every gold nugget, every deep cave, those strange sounds, they're not just natural things. They're clues pointing us to a figure the Bible warned about long ago, the Antichrist. It all seems to tell one story about the one who opposes Christ, the coming tribulation, and the deceiving power the world will face. The Antichrist, according to Revelation 13 and 2 Thessalonians 2, shows up as a charming leader. He promises peace, but leads people to worship evil. He rises after the rapture, makes a deal with Israel, then betrays them by claiming to be God in the third temple. The Euphrates drying up is part of clearing the way for his plan. Picture this: kings from the east, hundreds of millions of soldiers, like in Revelation 9:16, marching across the dry riverbed. It's a picture of the power the Antichrist teams up with, getting ready for Armageddon. Those shiny gold nuggets spreading all over social media, they could be tools to tempt and control the world, just like Revelation 13:17 says about his financial power. Some modern prophets call this a countdown, warning that the Antichrist might be a Western leader using crises to take over the world. But the Bible says, only the Father knows the day and hour, Matthew 24-36. We watch the signs, but we can't know exactly when. Why are Christians scared? Because these are signs of the tribulation, a time of pain and war. The Antichrist will trick billions, and the things on the Euphrates, gold, caves, sounds, are direct warnings. Videos and comments are all over the internet, spreading fear but also waking people up and making them alert. The sounds under the river, roars, growls, trumpet-like blasts echoing like from hell, could be the chained angels being released, like Revelation 9:14-15 describes. They warn that dark powers are ready, and the Antichrist will use that strength to control the world. The fear, mixed with mystery, makes it impossible to ignore. It's not just the sounds, caves, or shining gold. When the river dries, the whole picture gets clear. The Euphrates isn't just a river anymore. It's a living symbol of the end times. Kings from the east march in, the Antichrist rises, power and temptation spread. It all matches Revelation's prophecies. This isn't a legend. It's happening right in front of us. Look closer, and you see the connections. Dry water, opening the way for eastern kings. Mountains of gold, Antichrist's tool to lure people. Caves and sounds, warnings of dark forces. Every detail points to one truth: the Antichrist is coming, and the world will face a test like never before. We can't just stand by. Christians need to stay awake, watch, and recognize the signs. The Euphrates is like a warning from God. The Antichrist's power, wealth, and lies are here to test human faith. God opens our eyes so we see the end times are near. The Antichrist will promise peace, use money and control, and trick billions into worshiping him. But the Bible says Jesus will win at Armageddon. Revelation 19:11-1. Everything on the Euphrates is part of God's plan. The Antichrist is just a tool to test faith and awareness. Imagine standing by the river, water gone, gold sparkling below, caves opening, strange sounds echoing. This isn't just nature. It's God's warning about the Antichrist's power, the end times, and the chance to prepare your soul and hold on to faith. Follow every detail: gold nuggets, caves, sounds, and you'll see the big message. God wants us awake, aware of the Antichrist's power and lies, but also knowing he will win and save those who trust him. Christians around the world watch Euphrates news, videos, posts, comments, to spot the signs, stay alert, and prepare their hearts for the greatest test. The Antichrist will come, but we still have a chance to see it, thanks to the signs right in front of us. The internet, news, videos, even science reports. They're just the surface. The hidden part, the prophecies from thousands of years ago, is coming alive before our eyes. We choose, ignore it, or wake up. The answer's clear. Wake up, watch, and realize every sign leads to one truth. The Antichrist is near, but God is still in control. In the end, the Euphrates isn't revealing this to scare us for no reason. It's to remind us that those who stay awake will see the dark powers, recognize the final signs, and put their trust in the right place. Jesus, the one who beats every evil. The Euphrates River is drying up, not by chance, but as a warning from God over 2,000 years ago. Mountains of gold, mysterious caves, and strange sounds from the earth remind us of the Antichrist's power and the great trouble coming. But don't panic. Put your trust in Jesus and stay sharp against any rebellious calls or worldly temptations. This is the time to strengthen your faith and watch the signs. John 3:16. Share this message and pray that God hears and protects those He chooses. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe so you don't miss the next important signs and messages. Amen.
You said it? It's stopping over the houses.
Sabrina, what the fuck is that?
Trump wins the presidency. Thousands of UFOs spotted all over the American sky. Is this just a coincidence? Right after that big election night on the 5th of November 2024, when Donald Trump headed back to the White House, folks barely had time to cheer before the sky lit up. Thousands of strange lights and flying objects nobody could identify popped up everywhere. From Nevada to Texas, Florida to New York, NASA jumped in quickly. According to the National UFO Reporting Center, just in the first half of 2025, over 3,000 UFO reports came in worldwide, 3 times more than the year before. NASA even said, "We can't rule out something from outside Earth." Those numbers shook people up. While scientists scratch their heads, millions are wondering, is this a sign from some power way beyond Earth or beyond anything human? The spooky part? These things didn't just happen after the election. They seemed to kick off the moment power shifted. Like a door just swung open, a gate in the sky woke up, letting strange beings step into our world. Some believers started connecting it to old prophecies about the Antichrist coming in chaotic times, bringing signs and wonders from the heavens to fool everybody. And today, we're going to look at 7 strange signs in the sky, things that challenge science and match warnings the Bible gave thousands of years ago. Before we dive into those 7 videos showing strange things in the sky that folks are calling UFOs, you and I ought to step back a bit to the moment Trump won the presidency for the second time, kicking off a string of odd signs up above America that nobody had ever seen before. Election night 2024. Millions of us glued to our screens in a country split right down the middle. When the results came in, the whole place shook. Half the folks burst into cheers, the other half sank into anger. But right in the middle of all that mess, the sky started talking too. Just days after he claimed victory, thousands in New Jersey reported weird lights hanging in the air. Clips all over social media showed hundreds of glowing dots moving in formation, making strange shapes. The government said they were drones, but plenty of witnesses swore they didn't make a sound and vanished all at once, like they melted into thin air. After that, sky events popped up everywhere across the country. According to some rough counts on Wikipedia, over 3,000 reports of unidentified flying things came in during November 2024 alone, twice as many as the year before. NASA jumped in fast. An internal report from October 2025 said the International Space Station spotted objects slipping in and out of Earth's atmosphere on paths that didn't look natural at all. Meanwhile, the James Webb Telescope caught odd streaks of light showing up at the same time in two star clusters hundreds of light years apart, something never recorded in all our years of watching the stars. Between May 2023 and June 2024, NASA logged more than 757 new UAP reports. That's unidentified aerial phenomena, up 68% from the year before, mostly clustered near U.S. nuclear test sites. One detail gave a lot of experts the chills. Every time humans poked at destructive power over the past 70 years, the sky answered back. Tweets and videos spread like wildfire. Some said they saw glowing orbs dropping from drones. Others called it light exploding like living things. The government tried to calm everyone, saying it was just mass hysteria. But the fear spread faster than any bug. Online, people split into two camps. One side figured it was a sign from above. The other said it was leaked military tech. What really spooked folks was the eerie timing between politics and the sky. The night of the inauguration, a huge beam of light appeared over the Nevada desert, lasting almost 40 seconds before it vanished without a trace. Military radar picked up nothing. The papers called it natural plasma, but locals said the sky opened up and something was looking down. Scientists tried to explain it. Theologians stayed quiet. But amid the swirl of politics and faith, one thing was clear: the sky was changing. Folks started talking about higher powers, the return of light beings, even outsiders meddling in human fate. The word Antichrist came up again, not as one person, but as a new order quietly taking shape from above. On Christian forums, people quoted Matthew 24:24. For false Christs and false prophets will appear and perform great signs and wonders to deceive, if possible, even the elect. Could those dazzling lights be the opening act of some clever trick? When we look up in wonder, maybe we don't realize what we're seeing isn't a miracle. It's a test. Politics, science, faith, the three pillars of our world, are starting to crack. And in the middle of the storm, something's getting closer. It doesn't speak, it shines. It doesn't show up in church. It comes from the sky, where we've always believed God lives. These signs aren't just America's problem anymore. They're the first bell ringing, the start of a series of wonders we're about to explore together. And maybe it all began the night the sky reacted to how we voted. Now let's look at 7 videos that captured strange objects in the sky, just like UFOs. They're solid proof that something is watching us from out there in space. First sign: a door in the sky. A short video with no clear source popped up online, then vanished seconds later. The person who posted it, said to be a guy from the suburbs of Arizona, managed to catch a weird moment in the night sky. Through thick clouds, faint lights started showing up, moving in rhythm like they were breathing. They quickly formed a huge circle, glowing white-blue, like a giant eye staring down at Earth. Right in the middle of that glowing ring, 2 strong beams flashed and crossed, making a perfect oval shape, like a door swinging open. The light inside wasn't blinding. It was deep, cold, pulling your eyes into endless space. A low hum filled the air. Not wind, but something muffled, like it was coming from way beyond the atmosphere. The whole neighborhood lost power for a few seconds. A lot of folks said they felt a slight shiver run down their spine, as if the ground itself was waking up. Just minutes later, the circle of light faded away, leaving an empty sky. But the video, recovered from a dark web copy, shows it clear. Those lights weren't moving at random. They spun in a pattern, like they were opening a massive gate up in the air. NASA experts say no normal weather event could make lights sync up like that. Some watchers call it the eye of the sky, while others swear it's a huge spaceship hiding behind the clouds. But if you look at it through the Bible, that image gives a lot of people the chills. In Revelation 9:2, it says, "When he opened the abyss, smoke rose from it like the smoke from a gigantic furnace." The sun and sky were darkened by the smoke from the abyss. Could that door up there be a picture of the pit being opened, where powers beyond human understanding are rising up? Theologians warn that in the last days, the false light won't come with swords, but with dazzling glow and mesmerizing power, tricking people into thinking it's salvation. And if those objects weren't man-made, well, maybe a message is being sent down, not to say hello, but to test the faith of mankind. That night, the American sky didn't just light up, it felt like the start of a new chapter in human history. One where light no longer means hope, but might be the opening act for the Antichrist, stepping out of that door to the blind applause of people staring up at the heavens. Second sign, the eye in the middle of the night. A short video spread like wildfire online, filmed by a farmer out in the Kansas suburbs. On a quiet night, out in the wide-open fields, a spot of light just hung there in the sky, not moving one bit in a weird way. At first, folks thought it was the moon, but a few seconds later, that light started shooting out thin rays, spreading in a spiral, like it was scanning the ground. The guy filming said the air around there suddenly got heavy, dead silent, so quiet he could hear his own heart beating. His phone started getting static. The screen flickered, and it shut off by itself right after the light moved a little, like it knew someone was watching. A bright flash exploded, covering the whole screen. Then everything went black. When he turned the phone back on, the light was gone, but a strange humming sound still played in the background, like thousands of whispers all mixed together. Scientists say it might be a natural plasma thing, but the weird part is, the sky was totally clear. No clouds, no lightning, and the area had a sudden spike in magnetic radiation for almost a mile around. An independent research team says if you zoom in on the last frame, you can see a small, dark streak floating in the middle of the light, shaped just like an open eye. From a Bible point of view, a lot of folks believe that's a picture of the eye of the one against the light, a sign of the time when faith gets tested. In 2 Corinthians 11:14, it says, "And no wonder, for Satan himself masquerades as an angel of light." Could that light have come not to watch, but to test people, to make them think that light is a savior, when really it's the light of lies? That Kansas field that night wasn't just a peaceful spot anymore. It turned into a place where dark and light met, where the line between science and the supernatural got blurry. And as more eyes like that keep popping up here and there across America, people start wondering, maybe those aren't just flying objects, but the stare of someone getting ready to come back, bringing the Bible's prophecy, the Antichrist will come, with power and false signs and wonders, to trick those who don't love the truth. And well, third sign, a 4-color ring of light in the sky. At the same time in Colorado, USA, a long-haul truck driver posted another video of a weird glowing spot. He said he saw this strange light moving across the night sky while driving on a quiet stretch of road. At first, it looked like a plane or a satellite, but the more he watched, the more he knew. It wasn't anything humans ever built. The thing glowed steady, switching between 4 colors: green, red, purple, and yellow, but not like regular blinking lights. The colors blended together, spinning smooth, like a perfect wheel of light. It was perfectly round, no sharp edges, no body, no wings, just a ring of light floating, sliding across the sky at a speed he couldn't figure. For a few seconds, it stopped dead in the air, hung there, then vanished, leaving a faint purple streak like a scar across the sky. Experts say it might be electrical interference or a military drone, but no agency admitted to having anything flying in that area. Dozens of local folks swore they saw the same 4-color circle moving overhead, quiet and beautiful in a haunting way, but it never made a sound. From a Bible point of view, this makes a lot of people think of the signs in the sky and lying wonders thoroughly warned about. In 2 Thessalonians 2-9, it says, "The wicked one will come with Satan's power, with all kinds of signs, miracles, and lies." Could that bright, beautiful light, looking so amazing, actually be a fake miracle? Sent to trick people into bowing down in awe to the light of the Antichrist? That night, the Colorado sky wasn't just lit up. It felt like a show from another world, where light isn't truth anymore, but a tool to fool mankind. And as these 4-color rings keep popping up here and there across America, one cold question hangs in the air. Is that light coming from heaven or from the pit slowly opening up? Fourth sign, the one standing in the dark night. A short video, no one knows where it came from, shot in a remote forest in Oregon, where thick fog hides every light. It starts with the cameraman breathing hard, the flashlight shaking as it sweeps over wet tree branches, until it shows up. In the middle of the night, a tall, skinny creature stands staring at the person filming, just a few yards away. It looks human-shaped but has pale skin, eyes black and deep, no whites, no pupils, just endless dark holes that catch the flashlight beam. Its hands are long and thin. The head keeps moving, looking the cameraman up and down. Just minutes after it went up, the video was taken down and gone without a trace, like it never existed. But luckily, a few online groups were quick and saved a couple of moments from it. Some say it's a night hunter from the mountains, but UFO researchers insist the body and the way it stands match descriptions of grays, the alien type mentioned in many secret abduction cases. Are they hunting us? Kidnapping people for experiments? Just like in sci-fi movies? But what really gives believers chills isn't the looks, it's the feeling of something there. Something that doesn't belong in this world. A strange spirit, but with fake power, like the Bible prophecy says. The coming of the lawless one will be in accordance with how Satan works. He will use all sorts of displays of power through signs and wonders that serve the lie. 2 Thessalonians 2-9. Could that creature be more than a visitor from another planet? Maybe the Antichrist in the flesh, looking human but with a soul that's not human at all? As the darkness gets thicker and unseen eyes watch us from behind the fog, there's only one question left. Is this a sign that the darkness has started to walk into the world? Fifth sign, floating object in the woods. An old, grainy video, like it's covered in years of dust, just got pulled off a junk hard drive. Nobody knows who shot it, but it's set in some woods outside a small American town, all foggy and gray. Right in the middle of the frame, this weird thing is hovering about 10 feet off the ground. No sound, no shine, just slowly turning like it's breathing. A few curious folks start walking closer, and the ground gives a little shake. Leaves all around get sucked up, spinning in circles around the thing, like some invisible magnet is pulling everything in. Then, in a flash, it spins fast, blasts out bright white light, shoots straight up into the sky, and vanishes without a trace. Image experts later said the video shows no signs of editing, but the file was badly damaged, like a strong magnetic field had wiped over the area. Folks who live nearby say they heard a low, weird humming for nights on end, and every dog in town started howling at the same time, all facing deep into the woods. Online, people call the thing the lifter because of how it got yanked up into the sky. Some swear it's an alien scout ship. Others think it's a spirit summoned by some old ritual, because in the background, you can just make out strange symbols carved into rocks, matching marks from 1800s handwritten notes about calling down the stars. End quote. From a Bible angle, it gives a lot of folks chills, reminding them of the prophecy in Revelation, when the powers in the heavens will be shaken. Luke 21:26. Could that object be an early sign, warning of the time when the sky will roll back and strange beings will step onto earth? Because if we can watch an unknown thing get sucked up in blinding light, who's to say that one day, from that same sky, false powers won't come down? And when that happens, will we be awake enough to see that's not heaven's light, but the fake glow of the Antichrist? Sixth sign, a purple glowing ring in the dark sky. A video spread like wildfire. It showed a gray sky, thick black clouds rolling in like a storm was about to hit. But right in the middle of it all, a huge circle of soft purple light suddenly appeared behind the clouds, still and scary quiet, like a giant eye watching the world. The light didn't flicker or move. It just faded a little, then got bright again, steady, like breathing. Some folks who saw the video said they heard a low rumble far off, like thunder from deep in the sky. Then others swore the dark clouds parted, showing the ring slowly spinning before it melted away into the air, leaving a chill down your spine. Scientists were quick to call it a rare light trick in the air, but satellite data didn't pick up any reflection at that exact time. A few independent experts said the glow came from inside the clouds, something that shouldn't happen naturally. Some believe it was a gate to heaven, opening for just a moment, letting light from another world shine down. On forums, thousands talked. Could this be a sign they are coming back? The beings humans have called fallen angels, watchers, or simply the Antichrist. Those glowing rings might be the mark of something waking up on the other side of the universe, as darkness creeps closer to the light. The Bible warned, there will be strange signs in the sky, and people will be terrified as the powers in the heavens are shaken. Luke 21:25-26. That giant purple ring, could it be one of those signs? Warning of the day heaven and hell meet? We might still think it's just nature, but if the sky really is opening, what's looking back from the other side probably isn't God. It's an imposter getting ready to step through, wrapped in that fake, mysterious purple light. Seventh sign, fireball on the mountaintop. At the same time, way up in a lonely part of the Colorado mountains, a local guy happened to catch something on video that blew up all over social media. Late in the afternoon, with the sun slipping behind the peaks, a huge ball of fire suddenly showed up, hanging in the sky and glowing bright red-orange like a second sun. At first, folks figured it was just some weather thing, but a few seconds later, that ball started moving, slow at first, then shooting off fast, like it was chasing something you couldn't see. Out of its center, beams of green, red, purple, and gold light shot across the sky at crazy speed, leaving blazing trails that lit up the sunset like lightning ripping through. Meteorologists were quick to say, nope, nothing natural about it. No lightning, no satellites, no aircraft on radar. But people living nearby said that night they heard a long, low rumble overhead, and every radio in the area got static for almost an hour. One old-timer in town told everybody, that wasn't a meteor. That thing was looking for somebody. From a Bible point of view, it sure brings to mind Revelation 13. 13. It performs great signs, even making fire come down from heaven to earth in the sight of men. End quote. Could that fireball be one of the fake miracles the Antichrist will use to fool everybody? A dazzling light that's really full of destruction? While people stare up, amazed by the glow, they miss the real light of God, which never comes with explosions, sparks, or terror. That ball might just be a weird event, or a warning that the world is getting close to the moment when the great pretender steps out, carrying false light, and makes mankind kneel before something they think is a miracle. When strange lights show up in the sky, a lot of folks figure it's just nature or some new tech. But if you look closer, all that random stuff seems like it was predicted long ago, not by people, but by the words of the Lord from over 2,000 years back. Now, after a string of weird signs all across America, the big question hits. Are we living in the time Jesus talked about in Matthew 24, when the heavens and the earth will shake? In Matthew 24, Jesus was teaching on the Mount of Olives. His disciples asked, "What'll be the sign that you're coming back and the end is near?" He didn't give a date. He just talked about the signs. You'll hear of wars, famines, earthquakes in all kinds of places, but all that's just the beginning of birth pains. 24-6-8. Those birth pains are the big shakeups that warn us, signs that the world order is about to change. Reading those words today, we see wars spreading from Europe to Asia, storms and quakes coming one after another, and a spiritual hunger all around. people losing faith in themselves and in God. After those troubles, Jesus talked about great signs in the heavens, strange lights, flying objects, falling stars, power shaking. Right after the distress, the sun will go dark, the moon won't give light, stars will fall from the sky, and the heavenly powers will be shaken. 24 to 29. In our